Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. I've just seen my hair in the reflection on the video. I haven't looked in the mirror today. Oops, not too bad. Anyway, welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Thursday, the 28th of September 2023, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So we've got some astrology for today. We've got the moon in Pisces all day. It's going to form a sextile to Jupiter in Taurus, an opposition to Mercury in Virgo, a sextile to Uranus in Taurus, a conjunction with Neptune in Pisces, and a sextile to Pluto in Capricorn. So lots of sextiles, lots of supportive energy there, 3 sextiles and a conjunction and just 1 opposition. So our intuition is stronger than our intellect today. And so the message is to surrender, to go with the flow, to let go and just see what comes up, see what occurs. And yeah, as things bubble up, then flow with them. Okay, let's do some cards for today and see what we need to know, what the cards want to tell us. I'm just going to pop that in there. Pop that down there. So we're going to use the Work Your Light cards, and tarot-wise, let's use the Line Strider deck. So let's see, what do we need to know for today? Okay, what do we need to know for today, Thursday the 28th of September 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay. We are coming up to the full moon in Aries. I will be doing a thing, a video for the full moon in Aries. It's been wonderful. I sat here in my office in the evening because the full moon has just been coming up right in front of my window, and it is absolutely beautiful. The first night I saw it, Tuesday night, it had a real sort of pinky purple tinge to it as it broke through the clouds. But yeah, I do love it when you get to see the full moon. I didn't think I'd see it last night because of the storm and the cloud cover, but the clouds were moving quite quickly and broke up, and yeah, lovely to see it a bit larger. And so here in the UK, this is the last night before the actual point of the full moon. So if you're doing any increased magic or manifestation or anything like that, anything that you want the energies increasing, tonight is the night to do it. The full moon is exact at 10:57 British Summer Time tomorrow, and after that point, then the energy changes. We've peaked, we've had the crescendo, the release, and then we go into the releasing and the letting go energies and things that we want to release from our lives. So yeah, just a reminder there for people. So messages, what have we got today? We've got answering the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Okay, I've been getting loads of messages through about that at the moment. It's I can feel the power of the full moon. It's like, okay, oh yeah, that's something to consider. So yeah, it's the messages have been coming through thick and fast. Then we've got priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, so those 2 cards on a similar sort of thread. And then share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, and I think it's repression or expression. Just need to put my glasses on to read that. Persecution and then expression. So, what's your soul calling you to do? Are you answering the call? Are you being called to step up and lead, become a priestess in one way or another? And from that, to share your voice. Come out of your cave and express yourself. And though that's a big thing, especially for women, because we've had lifetimes and lifetimes of being persecuted for for speaking up and speaking out and speaking the truth and being in contact with our intuition and things. And it's not only personal wounds, there's collective wounds there. Witch wounds from the 300 years of witch burnings in across Europe, in the UK and in America. There's the mother wound, our mothers in patriarchal society and systems, doing what they think is best to keep us safe, that being passed down sort of the generations, and now that's another wound that we're breaking free of. So yeah, this full moon particularly is about that stepping into leadership. Aries is I am, it is leadership, it's taking back your authority, your sovereignty, stepping up to do what you're here to do, the I am. So anyone got a calling to share their voice? Mine's actually got a bit croaky. Well, saying that, the last 3 days I've had students, and I've literally been talking all day for 3 days, including on Tuesday night having a masterclass where I talked for another hour and a half. So the last day or so my throat has been a little bit gravelly and croaky. I'm also working on sort of this whole area to free up that and release it. But yeah, what have you got to share? How can you step up? Okay, these questions to ask yourself as we come into this full moon in Aries. Also, if you know anything about astrology and you've got your natal chart or your astrology chart, have a look and see where this is all going to be hitting in your natal chart. For me, I've got the sun in Libra, having just crossed my ascendant into my first house, 5 degrees something, my ascendant of Libra. So the first 5 days of Libra season has been what I've been letting go of. Okay, now I've stepped into the first house of my persona and how I present to the world. And the full moon in Aries is just at the beginning of my 7th house, and it's actually going to be conjunct my white moon Selena. So sort of they're the energies I'm going to be working on, and everything that's been coming up has been around relationships and seeing how I am in relationships, friends, colleagues, lovers. It's all been coming, I've seen it all and seen some of the patterns that have coming up, and yeah, one of the things I've been questioning is fair exchange and reciprocity and things, and where do you draw boundaries and where do you draw lines. I've been pretty good this year at putting in new boundaries and calling back my energy and taking back my energy. But yeah, there was another dimension that was coming, that being channeled this morning as a sort of harp, they're still in the sleep state, but coming back into consciousness. There's that really low level where there is awareness, there's a level of awareness and consciousness, and sort of for me, that's my channeling time and download time. So yeah, there were some interesting things coming on there, and then sort of going into this full moon, where that's sort of all happening opposite the full moon. It's like sitting, and that's what I've been doing today, is thinking, thinking and feeling about sort of what intention I want to set for this full moon, and what the energies, and how best to honour this full moon. It feels a really powerful one. It goes back to March and April, where we have the two new moons in Aries, the second one in April, right at the end of Aries, with the new moon solar eclipse. So it's like thinking back, what intentions were you setting at the beginning of spring? Okay, because now with the full moon, the sun in Libra is shining a light onto all the shadow sides, all the obstacles and the limitations, and the things we need to work through to really manifest those intentions that we set by the time we get round to the next set of new moons in Aries next spring, which will also be, they will also be new moon solar eclipses as well, or it will be as new moon solar eclipse. And I've got a feeling, I haven't got my moon diary yet for next year, but I do have a feeling from the astrologers that I follow, that there was mention of whether obviously I can't check right now, but I've got a feeling the new moon solar eclipse is conjunct or fairly close. No, it won't be, because that's in a different, to the south node. So not the north node, and around about the same time, I think it's exact on the 24th of April. I don't know, I can find out in the back of my moon diary. Let's have a look. 24th of April. Oh no, the new moon in Aries is going to be the 8th of April. But then, then on the 24th, which is the full moon in Libra, which will be a lunar eclipse, that's the day that there's a conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So April's sort of looking like it's going to be a big deal next year. So sort of, you know, we're in this cycle. We've got the nodes in the Libra Aries axis now. So yeah, really sensing to sort of what's happening for this full moon, because it will be very energetic. As I say, when I finish this reading, I am going to, I'm just looking at the time, it's already 13 minutes into this video, I think. Haven't pulled a card yet. No, I've done the oracle cards, I haven't pulled a tarot card. Yeah, after I've done this, I am going to be doing the full moon in Aries reading with the El Goliath deck. Let's have a look in the shadows and see what's going on. Anyway, back to today's reading. What do we need to know for today, the 28th of September 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Okay, let's see, what do we need to know? Ace of Wands. I don't know how many times I use this deck and the Ace of Wands comes out in where we are now. It's a regular feature. Oh, it feels like it to me. It's like even before I turn that over, it's like, that's going to be the Ace of Wands. That's fired up Aries energy there. Okay, going into the past, we've got the Queen of Swords. Beneath us, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Above us, we've got the King of Wands. And we're moving into the Nine of Swords. The clarifiers, let's see what we've got. We've got the Star. We have the Devil. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, at the bottom we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have Justice. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. So we've got 3 queens out. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Four of Swords. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Sun. Okay, so there's quite a story going on there. I said this was a powerful full moon we're coming into. Okay, so let's move these down here. Lots of big energies, lots of internal energies, lots of court cards here. What have we got? 3 queens. The only queen we don't have is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and we've got 1, 2 kings. Okay, so where do we find that? The divine gift of fire and passion and energy and aliveness, which is very Aries energies. Although the moon doesn't go into Aries until tomorrow. And we haven't got any fire energy today. What have we got? We've got the moon in Pisces, making sextiles to earth signs, Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, and Pluto in Capricorn. And we've got water, the moon, conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. So yeah, we haven't got any fire, but maybe it's our imagination that's being sparked up and our inspiration, answering the call, priestess, sharing your voice. Okay, so there could be something within, a little sort of someone sparking a match down in the root chakra, a little idea, a spark of inspiration. With the moon aspecting the 3 generational planets of deep transformation, sudden changes, chaos and conflict, then the letting go with Neptune, and then the deep soul level transformations with Pluto. That can spark something ready for us. We go into the moon moving into Aries tomorrow. Okay, what's moving into the past? We've got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, fixed air energy, Aquarius. Okay, maybe we've been looking at something in a new way, new visions, innovation, and that sparked the Ace of Wands energy. We could be, you know, cutting things away, letting things go with the Neptunian energy, our intuition telling us what we no longer need, and cutting it away with the Sword of Truth. Beneath us, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, mutable earth energy, Virgo. We've got Mercury, the moon in Pisces making an opposition to Mercury in Virgo, slowing down, getting all our ducks in a row, making a plan, forming a strategy of how we're going to build on that fire. Okay, how we're going to make something concrete in the physical world. And yet the moon making, it is almost a ground earth trine, that in fact it's a kite. The moon's forming a kite with those planets. So the moon conjuncting, it's Neptune that's at the head of the kite, the top of the kite, conjunct with the moon, and then there's a wide trine forming between Mercury, Uranus and Pluto in earth signs. So we're slowing down, we're putting the plan together, we're building the foundations, how we're going to build something new step by step. Okay, above, message from Spirit, we've got the King of Wands here. This is the Aries energy coming in. You know, we can always taste it. In the UK, the moon goes into Aries at just after midnight tonight. So, you know, we can taste the Aries energy on the tip of our tongue. King of Wands, Cardinal Fire, Aries energy. This is taking back our power, our sovereignty, our authority. And yeah, being in the me. Going to say, yeah, draw instead of letting life happen to us and relationships happen to us. Part of this full moon's energy is about taking back your sovereignty, your authority, your power, and creating your life. Okay, what we're moving into is the Nine of Swords here. So yeah, it could be a bit anxiety provoking. You could be finding yourself sort of backwards and forwards between the me and the we. How do you stand up for yourself without sort of messing up relationships or destroying relationships? How do you find that balance? Okay, between what you want and your destiny and stepping into who you're here to be while being in relationship with other people. And it's interesting that sort of Mars is in Libra at the moment as well. How do you find yourself? So Mars, the ruler of Aries, normally very forceful and sort of go. In Libra, he has to slow down and talk about it, talk about everything with everybody. And that's the sort of energy that I'm picking up on. We've got to slow down. We've got to talk about things, you know, come to agreement, resolution, reciprocity. Are the relationships fair? Are you overgiving? Do you receive? Is there an equal balance within the relationships? Okay. So these are things to be thinking about. Now, in the clarifiers, again, we've got opposing energies. We've got the Star, new hope, new beginnings, wishing upon a star, healing and things like that. And we've got the Devil. Okay, Capricorn energy, Aquarius energy and Capricorn energy there. And the Devil is what binds us. What restricts us. I can't talk. My voice is good. I've talked too much over this week. Yeah, how we self-sabotage. Okay, our self-undoing and things like that. And you could be being asked about how you do that in relationships. Okay, because this full moon is, as I say, about taking back your authority, taking back your sovereignty, taking back your power, and how do you stand in that within relationships? Okay, so there's a new beginning around there, and there's an opportunity to overcome. So I thought I heard thunder outside. So yeah, there's a bit of thunder. Yeah. How we self-sabotage, any addictions, obsessions, limitations. Do you lose yourself in relationships? Okay, because this full moon is a full moon to start undoing that and to see where you do that, and then you can work on taking back your sovereignty. Okay, then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so seeds are being planted. We might not be able to change this straight away. Just like we've got the Knight of Pentacles, it's a slow process. We're building. it takes time for it all to sort of go round and all the bits to fall into place, and for us to step by step get across to the other side of the intentions that were set. Okay, learning the lessons on the way. This is our own hero's journey. Life is our hero's journey, and every new moon is a chance to start a new monthly cycle, but also a yearly cycle as well when you're looking at the bigger picture. And I've always had this thing. I've been doing magical work and using magic for personal development and spiritual growth for over 30 years now. And there's a thing that often generally sort of happens for me, is that things take a year and a day, going round sort of every degree of the solar wheel. Okay, each day a lesson, another step, and also the lunar cycle as well. You have your little lunar monthly cycles within. Okay, and then there's the bigger yearly pattern. Okay, and then within that you've got your Mercuries and your Venuses and your Mars and Jupiter and Saturn, and then sort of the influence of the generational planets and their slow shifts and the aspects they make, and then all the asteroids and the dwarfs and everything that are bringing in new consciousness and are part of the regeneration and evolution into the new paradigm. So there's an awful lot to go on. And there's an awful lot at this full moon. So let's see what's going on in the subconscious, because there's quite a lot happening there. Okay, so the first card we pulled was the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, this is about creating, physically creating your ideal life. The security, the stability, the physical reality of it on Earth. Okay, in our lives. The 10 of Cups, over the rainbow in the land of happy ever after. That's the emotional dimensions of this. The Pentacles is the meat and potatoes, the stability, the security of it in a physical reality. With that, we've got Justice. So it's a time of karmic readjustment. This is also the Libra card as well. This is the balance. This is the relationships. We need relationships to help us achieve this. Okay. With the 6 of Swords, we're moving away from choppy waters, tricksy situations, but as we're learning into smoother waters, we're balancing things much more. Then we've got the Queen of Wands, fixed fire. This is Leo energy. We still have Venus in Leo at the moment. She's traveling, she's finished her retrograde. She's still traveling through her shadow. And at this full moon, she's forming a square, her third square to Uranus. Okay, so there's energies around that coming out. With that, we've got the Queen of Cups, which is fixed water, which is Scorpio energies. So don't be afraid of diving deep into the waters, into the subconscious, chatting with the shadow, having a cup of tea with your demons, because that's how we overcome them, or overcome their hold, and reclaim our power back from them. We get to know them and we integrate them. And we do that by one of the ways I do is by going and sitting and having a cup of tea with them. Okay, then what have we got? We've got the 7 of Wands. Oh my God. So the 7 of Wands. This is about defending yourself, standing up for yourself. You know, if you have been a people pleaser, or you have allowed people to take more from you than you've received, then this is about standing up for yourself. Okay. defending your voice and everything. Then we've got the Four of Swords, taking time out for healing. When I get the Star out and the Four of Swords, for me, oh no, it isn't. Is it the Four? No, sorry, it's the Four of Wands. I really should put my glasses on. The Four of Wands. So by doing the work, by standing up for ourselves, by doing what we're being asked to at this full moon, we go through a portal. You know, we shift through a dimension. One of those, it's a choice point, and it's like we can like not do the work and stay where we are, or we can do the work, and it sort of sucks us through into a new dimension through a portal, because we've changed the trajectory of where we are to and where we're going. Divine timing, we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So in a way, you don't really have a choice about it. This is happening. How you work with it, whether you're overwhelmed with the Nine of Swords and are fearful of it and anxious, or whether you can step up and do and face the shadows. That only you can know that. But if you do, there's rewards. Okay, so then we've got the Ten of Swords. It comes to an end of an old mindset, old mental patterns. You realise that you can't do it that way anymore, and you surrender. Okay, because the Ten of Swords becomes the Ace of Cups. In this card, usually, you know, sort of, there's a new horizon coming, and it's a chance to walk away. Okay, so here's the Four of Swords. I knew the Four of Swords was here. A time of healing. Once we let go, once we surrender, then the healing can take place. Okay, and it's healing on an emotional level. We've got the King of Cups here. So this is cardinal water. This is Cancer energy. And being balanced in our emotions and going out into the world with more balanced emotions. Okay, and when we're more balanced in our emotions, then we can shine like the sun. Okay, shine from our core identity in more truth, in more light. Okay, so that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's resonated for you. If it has, then please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is to get notifications when I'm doing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.